Hello and welcome to, well, me recording me playing Mega 10. So I guess it's Let's Play Mega 10. As you can see, my name is Emmy Taicho, otherwise known as Blonde Mascot. And today I figured I would teach you how to do synthesis in Mega 10. So I'll just quickly log in, I'll explain a little bit about me. I'll attempt to log in, if I can spell my password correctly. Okay, here we go. So, if you've watched my other videos, you've probably seen all my character lists before. Today we're going to use this character, Blonde Mascot. She's my second oldest character and probably one of my favourites, if only for the bikini. Okay, so logging in. La la la. Okay, so I've decided that first I should show you how a synthesis synthesis works. So I've got my assistant here. His name is Nineball. He's a friend of mine, and we're going to perform synthesis on his Shishimai Frost. We're going to kill it. Yes, that's what we should do. So in this case we're going to use something called crystallized demon. Basically what this does is, as you can see, his demon is linked by fate. A demon who is linked by fate or open hearts can be turned into what's called a demon crystal. Demon crystals have different stats and can be attached to equipment via tarot fusion or soulstone fusion, but at the moment we're just going to focus on crystallized demon. So I'm going to click on him after clicking on crystallized demon and wait for him to accept. Here we go. No, that is completely wrong. That was a trade. Okay, so here's the crystallized demon interface. We've got the demon here, and he's got the stone the gem of the demon he wants to crystallize. In this case it's an aquamarine because this demon is a fairy. So he's got those, and it'll turn into this, which is called the Shishimai Frost crystal. You can see it here. And this one has a tarot fusion, you can see here. I'll explain what that means on the soulstone in a minute. You've also got this success rate, which at this point is 67%. That is affected by my luck and intelligence levels, and also the demon that I have summoned. In this case it's an Artemis, so it's at its highest. So as you can see, that actually worked because he no longer has a Shishimai Frost, so that's turned into a demon crystal now. So now I'm going to request a tarot fusion. Wait for him to accept that. Tarot fusions a tarot can be placed on any piece of equipment that you want. It doesn't matter where you decide to put it. In this case, well, each demon crystal has a different effect. In this case, the tarot fusion, as you can see, is all party members' max hit points +1. So if I were to tarot fusion this onto, he's decided to put it into the talisman of body control, it would raise everybody's hit points by 1. And if he were to place that on every piece of equipment that he can tarot soulstone, it would do it by 1. So that's where the demon crystal goes. You always have to choose that first. That's where the piece of equipment you want to place it on has to go. You have to unequip what you're wearing before you can place tarots or soulstones on it. If he has mirrors of moonlight, they go here. That in a tarot fusion, it just raises the success percentage. As you can see, that's 82%. This is what we want to turn it into. So Tarot Fusion, all party members max HP +1, and then it allows a level limit of 11. A level limit of 11. It's too many L's. He can also, with some particular ones, I like to use the Ring of the Nibelungen as an example, but you can actually create different equipment via soul stones and Tarot Fusion, and that requires a Valkyrie crystal, or 2 Valkyrie crystals and a silver ring. You would do the soul stone fusion first because those are usually the trickiest. So you put the soul stone there and the silver ring there, and once you'd soul stoned the Valkyrie crystal into the silver ring, you then perform a Tarot Fusion on it. However, instead of it just coming out like this, you'd actually have the silver ring set with a Valkyrie crystal as Tarot and soul stone, or you could go here and it would be the synthesis item, which would be the Ring of the Nibelungen. So you'd want to choose that, but they usually have very, very, very low percentages. Please just cancel that. So we'll go for a soul stone fusion now. He must have thought that I wasn't here. Okay, so this is a soul stone. He probably doesn't have anything that he can put on. Oh, he does. Because soul stones can only be placed on certain pieces of armour. In this case, soul stone fusion, ring, earring, and extra. He's put an earring in there, and it would give him strength +1, magic +1, speed +1, intelligence +1, vitality +1, and luck +1. And also a set bonus if he has all items obtained by using the soul stone fusion of King Frost, Jack Frost, Santa Frost, and Shishimai Frost, and he equips them all at once. He could learn something called Galactic Frost Punch, and he also gets effective ice base plus skills +50% with that. So they all have different skills like that, which is pretty interesting. The rate of soul stone goes down. In terms of how this works, you get all this up, and the person who you've requested for the soul stone has to press OK before this bit comes up. You won't see that until then. I'm just going to cancel this because I want to explain about what happens if you fail. If you fail a tarot, you won't lose anything except 5 durability on the piece of equipment that you're trying to fuse. If you fail a soul stone, you'll lose 10 durability and the crystal that you are trying to soul stone, unless you use a mirror of moonlight, full moon, or new moon. If you fail a crystallization, the demon that you are trying to crystal will lose friendship until it goes below open heart, so you have to get it above it. So that tends to be why people want that tends to be why people want people with higher percentages. As you can see from what he's trading me, I've got something called Gift Melon Links and Cup of Spirits ×5. Cups of Spirits, basically they increase how fast it takes for your demon to gain friendship levels, and Gift Melon Links increase friendship levels. So ×5 and Link will basically take your demon to Linked by Fate from anywhere. This particular set that he has here actually increases all stats of party members by 10, which is fairly decent, I have to say. Anyway, so that's how fusion works. I'll now explain the class. So if you're not interested in making a Synther, then this bit's not going to be very interesting to you. So the first thing I'll say is stats that you want are intelligence and luck. Most Synthers will max out intelligence first. I've actually got both, but it doesn't really matter. Most people go for intelligence first because that affects tarots and soul stones the most. which are the things you tend to be doing the most. In terms of expertises, you want to raise, where is it? Occultism and demonology. Those two give the biggest boost for the chain expertise of synthesis, because synthesis is actually a chain expertise. The highest you can get it to is 6.2. So I've maxed out demonology and have one class left on occultism. Weapon knowledge also, and mineralogy, something like that. Those two also increase it, but not at the same percent. But there are no other expertises which raise synthesis. Mineralogy can only be raised by synthesis. Weapon knowledge is raised by synthesis. Most people use it for different classes, but they'll get synthesis to be able to use it. Occultism, you have to actually open that by speaking to can you see the NPC over here? By a man named Saint Germain. He gives you a quest and asks you to get 30 soul stones or show him an Asus sword. I think it's an Asus sword, I always get that wrong. And he'll open the class for you. Yeah. Oh, he's off. Just say thanks. So that's how that works. Most people who have a Synther at the moment will wear the motley set. There's one in the distance who's wearing it, he's kind of moving. I wear a bikini. Because bikini. Yes. Yeah, I'm a little bit odd compared to most people of this particular class, but it's one of the most useful classes in the game, but they're so squishy they can't kill anything. Also, in terms of demons, pretty much every Synther you'll meet will use an Artemis, because Artemis is the easiest one to get, and she gives probably one of the best boosts. Because she's an Earth Mother, she has something called, where is it? Features, there we are. Here we go. Uses the guidance of the moon to greatly contribute to occult fusion skills performed by the summoner. Basically, occult fusion, synthesis, and soul stones. So, yeah, that's pretty much how it works. Some Synthers will have a lucky demon as well. That lucky demons actually affect the rate for soul stones, but I usually just keep my Artemis out. So yeah, thank you Nineball for your help, even though you've gone, and I hope this has proved interesting or useful at all. Yeah.